But we do. We message each other.
Do you have real-life inspiration for your male characters, especially Eric, Bill, and Quinn? And P.S., are they single?
Well, oddly, really, Alexander doesn't exactly look like the Eric I had in my mind. Though Alexander's, you know, he's a very nice young man. Well, he is. He's super tall. He's super tall. Like I was telling one of the librarians earlier when I had my picture made with him, and yes, I have touched him. It looks like a picture of a Great Dane with a really happy little Pomeranian. I really took Quinn's look. I kind of combined him with Vin Diesel and Yul Brynner in my head. Because I think all guys are really sexy. And Yul Brynner was an early heartthrob of mine, so that's kind of where I came up with Quinn. I thought it was about time I had somebody bald. Eric was pretty much, I don't know if you all have seen the like B or C movie called The 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas. Well, you know the guy who plays the Viking. Okay, yeah, you know him. He never did much else. He was like the monster in a few Buffys. His name's Vladimir Kulovich. And he is still out in Hollywood, not acting too much. But I love the way he looked in The 13th Warrior because that was a great role for him. He didn't have to speak a lot. He got to look gorgeous and big and brawny and kingly. And I thought, you know, I like that. Can I use that? And then Bill was pretty much derived from a waiter I had at supper one night. I just liked the way he was so unlikely. I thought, what are you doing in a Dixie Cafe in Texarkana? But there was just something about the turn of his head. I don't know, it just captured my imagination. So I kind of, you know, used him.
What character do you most identify with?
What character do I most identify with? I guess with Sookie. I guess, because I've struggled at times in my career with my finances. I've lost people in my life. I guess Sookie, because she's looking, I think Sookie, in a sense, is, you know, braver than most of us would be, I think. But she's very loyal, and she's very, she's trying very hard to live up to the way she was brought up. And I just think that's admirable. I would hope that my children would stop and say, you know, is this the way my mother brought me up, or should I be doing this? But of course she's changing in reaction to the terrible things I do to her. Jim Butcher says, you know, you've got to stop this. You're just being so mean to her. And I said, look at what you do to Harry.
Are any of your characters based on people from your life?
Okay, any of the characters based on people? No, because, you know, that's like lawsuit territory, so. No. But I will tell you this, when I started out writing, some people were, you know, like directly taken from people I knew, and they never